Chapter 11. Brother Shuts Out Brother. They passed again through the great gate in the high wall, Father Vincent and Khumalo and Gertrude, and the girl Absalom was to marry, and Msimango. The boy and girl greeted each other like strangers, each giving hands without life, to be held loosely, so that the hands fell apart easily. And Khumalo said desperately to his son, "Are you in health?" And the boy answered, "I am greatly. Are you in health, my father?" So Khumalo said, "I am greatly." He searched for other things to say, but he could not find them. Then Father Vincent married Absalom and the girl. After it was done, the priest and the wife and Gertrude left father and son, and Khumalo said to him, "I am glad you are married." "I am also glad, my father." "I shall care for your child, my son." "And you will tell my mother that I remember her?" "Yes, indeed, I shall tell her." "When does my father return to Undocheni?" "Tomorrow, my son." "Tomorrow?" "Yes, tomorrow." At these words, the boy fell on the floor and began to cry. For a boy is afraid of death. The old man knelt by his son. "Be of courage, my son." "I am afraid," he cried. "I am afraid." The prison guard came in and said, "Old man, you must go now." "My son, I must go now." He stood up, but the boy caught his father by the knees and cried out to him, "You must not leave me! You must not leave me!" He broke out again into the terrible crying. The prison guard said again, "Old man, you must go now." And Khumalo said to Absalom, "Stay well, my son." But the boy did not hear him. And so they went their own ways. Heavy with grief, Khumalo left him and went out to the gate in the wall where the others were waiting. And the girl came to him and said shyly, but with a smile, "Umfundisi." "Yes, my child." "I am now your daughter." "It is true," he said. Khumalo went to see his brother. "I am come to say farewell to you, my brother." "Well, well, you are returning to Undocheni. You have been a long time away, my brother, and your wife will be glad to see you. When are you leaving?" "We leave tomorrow at 9 o'clock. "So Gertrude is going with you, and her child. You are doing a good thing, my brother. Johannesburg is not a place for a woman alone." "I am taking another child also," said Khumalo, "the wife of my son, and she too is with child." "Well, well, I have heard of it," said John Khumalo. "That is another good thing you are doing." "My brother, there is a matter that must be spoken between us." "It is as you wish, my brother." "I have not come here to criticize you." "Criticize me? Why should you criticize me? There was a case and a judge. That is not for you or me or any other person." "I do not say that I should criticize you. As you say, there is a case and a judge. There is also a great judge, but of him you and I do not speak. But there is quite another matter." "Well, well, what is this matter?" "One thing is to greet you before I go. But I could not greet you and say nothing. You have seen how it is with my son. He left his home and he was eaten up. What of your own son? He also has left his home." "I am thinking about this matter," said John Khumalo. "When this trouble is finished, I shall bring him back here." He laughed his big laugh. "I cannot leave all the kindnesses to you, my brother." "And there is one last thing," said Khumalo. You are my older brother. Speak what you wish. Your politics, my brother. Where are they taking you? My politics, my brother, are my own. I do not speak to you about your religion. You said, speak what you wish. Well, I did say it. But I know what I am fighting for. You have read history. History teaches that the men who do the work cannot be kept down forever. If they will stand together, who will stand against them? You mean if they strike? Yes, I mean that. But the last strike was not successful. John Khumalo stood on his feet, and his voice was low and hard. Look what they did to us, he said. They forced us into the mines as though we were slaves. Have we no right to keep back our labor? Do you hate the white man, my brother? John Khumalo looked at him carefully. I hate no man, he said. I hate only injustice. I have heard that you have said dangerous things here in this shop. I have heard that they are watching you. I say this because you are my brother. Have no doubt it is fear in his eyes. The big man looks like a boy that is caught. In this shop? Who would know what is said in this shop? For all his wish to forgive, Khumalo's desire to hurt was stronger, so strong that he half wanted to lie. He gave in to this desire and lied. I have heard, he said, that a man might have been sent to this shop to deceive you, as a friend. The big man wiped his face again. You heard that? And Khumalo, ashamed, had to say, I heard it. What a friend, said the big man. What a friend! And Khumalo cried at him out of his suffering. My son had 2 such friends. The big man looked at him and understood. Out of my shop, he shouted. Out of my shop! He kicked over the table and came at Khumalo, so that the old man had to step out of the door into the street, and the door was shut against him. Out there in the street, he was ashamed. He had come to tell his brother that power makes you do bad things, that a man who fights for justice must himself be clean, that love is greater than force, and none of these things had he done. God forgive me, he said. He turned to the door, but it was locked. Brother had shut out brother. The people were watching, so he walked away in his unhappiness. Msimango gave a party at Mrs. Litebi's that evening. It was not a happy party, but there was plenty of food, and there was some sad pleasure in it. Msimango made a speech about his brother priest Khumalo and Mrs. Litebi's kindness to them all. Khumalo made a speech too, but it was weak and uncertain, for the lie and the quarrel were in his mind. But he thanked Msimango and Mrs. Litebi for all their kindness. Then Msimango told them that he had news for them. He was retiring into a religious community and would give up the world and all possessions. They finished with prayers, and afterwards Msimango said to Khumalo, I am giving up all possessions, but I have saved a little money, and I have permission from the church to give this to you, to help you with all the money you have spent in Johannesburg and all your new duties. He put a post office book into Khumalo's hand. Khumalo said, In all my days, I have known no one as you are. And Msimango said sharply, I am only a weak man, and I ask that you will pray for me in this new thing I am about to do. I shall pray for you, morning and evening, all my days. Good night, brother. Good night, Msimango, friend of friends. and may God watch over you always. And you also. Khumalo watched him go down the street. In the morning he rose early. He opened the door quietly and shook the girl gently. "It is time for us to go," he said. "I shall not be long," she said. He smiled at the eagerness. "Ndocheni," he said. "Tomorrow it is Ndocheni." He opened Gertrude's door, but Gertrude was gone. The little boy was there. The red dress he had bought her was there, but Gertrude was gone.